Right, it's a Down on the Rock show. I'm going to get this fella to introduce himself, though he probably doesn't need one for fans of this band.
Hey, Mike D from Killswitch Engage. What's up?
And you guys are all back in the UK and whatnot?
Yes, it's been a really good run. We started off doing some European dates and a lot of German shows on this Built for My Valentine tour.
Yeah.
And this is the final 3 shows left. The second one here in Birmingham, and then day off, and then 2 in London, and then we get to go home. We haven't been home in a bit, so we're excited to get there. And it'll be probably the most time we've had off all year, 2.5 months.
Really?
So very excited to unwind and just not think about bass for a little while anyway.
Fair enough. I mean, being on the Poison sort of anniversary tour, have you guys got confused at points and just tried to play an album through to fit in with the tour? Or?
Yeah, we talked about doing that for these 2 show in a row things, and we didn't want to steal anyone's thunder. We thought that would be kind of a weird thing to do. So we are actually doing a Live or Just Breathing set in Australia come March.
So not too far away for English fans then, only like sort of as far as you can go before coming back.
Yep, and that was because we were doing Soundwave 2 years ago and it got canceled, and we had promised the fans that we were going to do that Live or Just Breathing full set. But
because you have done the tour, haven't you?
We did it on the 10th anniversary, but 2017 would be the 15th anniversary, so it kind of makes more sense to do it when we're going to do it. But we did it because we wanted to make it up for the fans, and they really seemed into the idea, so why not?
Fair, because I mean, you guys are in a unique position, and it's something I love about Killswitch and the sort of varying vocalists, shall we say, is that you've made a point from every time that it's been a transition. You made a point that there's no angst in the situation whatsoever. It's nothing but love between Jesse and Howard.
Right.
So you guys are in a position, if you ever wanted to do a revival sort of show just to have both, you guys could do like an anniversary of both vocalists.
We could. Whether we want to or not is
it's
a
different
story.
question, yes.
But there's no real reason to be mean or nasty or drag people through the mud. Things didn't work out. That's the way life is, you know.
To be fair, I've noticed just over time a lot of interaction between the 2 guys themselves, and it's a wonderful thing when they can just complement each other. Like originally when it first happened, Jesse to Howard, and then back again. Like nothing but love between those 2. And it was you had the All-Star sessions where you did Last Serenade together and stuff like that. It's
right,
one thing.
Thanks for noticing. Yeah, I mean, we're not mean guys, so it's just the natural way of things to just still be friends with somebody. You're not going to cut that off just because things didn't work out in your business side of your relationship.
Yeah, well, I think it's something that you guys are. For me, I've always sort of conduct yourself in such a way. I've done quite a few interviews with different members. First time with yourself, for myself, but Mike, the man behind the camera currently, has interviewed you before. But we love the fact that you guys don't. Like you make almost a point of not getting involved in the pointless drama and not getting involved in all the
some bands thrive on it, and it doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you want that much? I don't know. It's just
hate in your life.
There's that, and it's just too much emotion or energy for no give back. You know, it's just,
we like to try and do a similar thing as a journalistic outfit. Is a controversial interview is not something that we're ever interested in doing. We'd much rather do what we're doing now, have a conversation, see what comes up.
Great.
Going a little bit more back to current events rather than just things that I want to talk to you about.
You just fluffed up your hair, didn't you?
I did. It's
told you it was getting cut off.
Okay, so there were issues at the start of this interview as to whether my hair would actually fit in.
I needed a booster seat to get up to this level.
So you guys are still repping Incarnate as like the sort of last product. How are you feeling that's going down now? You've been able to take it around the world in different crowds. Are you sort of getting a good feedback from it? Are crowd favourites emerging?
All that stuff. It seems to be going well. People are singing along. We're putting as many as we can in the set, and people are still online asking for more. So that's a good sign.
Oh, that's always fantastic because it's a very different tone to Disarm the Descent, isn't it? Because
Disarm the Descent could have been our last record ever, and I think it was written in that way because we didn't have a vocalist when we were writing it. And we weren't sure how it was going to go. So in my personal life, we had taken so much time off between the one before it and that one that I just wanted to write. I just wanted to be on stage. I just wanted to do something. I started a new band called Death Ray Vision with my old pals from this band Overcast I was in just to get out and play. I didn't care if it was to 2 people. It didn't matter. I just wanted to play. And I think a lot of that angst seeped into at least the stuff that I wrote for Disarm the Descent.
backed up.
Now
from
it feels like a community again. It feels like a whole family. Everyone's happy, and there's not really as much angst as there was for that record. So I think you can kind of tell.
Well, to be fair, that very much in line with I believe what Joel said when we interviewed him on Disarm the Dissents, is that so much of the frustration and anger did go into that record. Yes. And then when Incarnate came out, it was nice to see the reflection of you guys being in a much more positive place and having enjoyed Disarm the Dissent.
I think we expelled all that we needed to get rid of, and then it was just happy times again.
Yeah.
Whether that's good or bad for the fan, I don't know. But I like mean stuff too.
The thing, being what we are with the amount of different genres that we cover, for us it was a pleasure because it was you breaking past the standard metalcore or whatever genre people try and pigeonhole you into. Because you guys soundscaped that one a lot better. The sound was a lot bigger. It was very different. It wasn't sort of here is an intense, very good, very sort of frustrated, like angry riff, which was Disarm the Dissent. You got so much where it was like punches in the face, which was fantastic. Whereas with this one, it was showing the other side of your musicality, I feel, where you guys showed the big sounds that you can make, and we were exploring Jesse's voice again, which is particularly nice because it's not like, just trying to replicate what you've done before or anything like that.
I think the only information we talked to each other about when writing this past record was just let's explore. So you kind of hit the nail on the head.
Well,
we don't have to stay in this box. We can kind of venture out a little bit.
Yeah, because I mean, you guys have been quite open and honest over your career. Is that you're not going to necessarily follow sort of what a PR company is telling you to do, like make a cover just to make a cover.
You want to make us angry? Tell us what to do.
Yeah. All right. Tip for anybody managing them for the next album: tell them what to do. Tell them music by numbers, and then you'll get another really angry album. But I mean, are you guys at the stage now where you're thinking about the next album and what's going into that one?
We are thinking that we've toured our butts off and it might be time for a rest, and maybe doing less touring and more albums might be the way to go for us. At least that's our mindset right now. So the talk is we have this Australian tour in March, and then another huge, our last kind of, I guess, Incarnate tour in America with a really big band that I can't really announce yet, but it's going to be announced any day.
So watch the social media.
Super excited about it. It's going to be really fun. They're awesome guys. And right after that ends May 7th. And I think from then on, it's going to be writing again for the next record.
Yeah, because in speaking to, sort of all you guys, watching your other interviews with other people as well, something that seems to be a trend of all the members of Killswitch is that you guys don't want to ever do it when you don't want to. Do you know what I mean? It's very much come through is that you're going to keep being a band whilst you still want to be a band.
Right.
So with, do you reckon that's a way of almost keeping going for longer, is not burning yourselves out on tour?
Exactly.
Because you guys, from what you've told me in times past, is you guys aren't particularly worried about the price tag or what you do. As long as you can afford it, that's the essential part of it. You're not looking necessarily to make the most money back. It's more about the experience.
Right, exactly. Having fun and being able to smile on stage is the number one priority. Granted, you can't make money with records these days, and we're planning on making more of them. Yeah. But our sanity is definitely in question right at this moment, and we need to get back to a reset button. So
that's cool. And I like the fact that you guys are very upfront with your fans as to what to expect, because you get a few bands which will tell you from time to time, oh yeah, no, we're coming back, we're doing this. And then you don't see them for 2 or 3 years. Whereas every time I've spoken to you guys, it's like, no, we will do what we want, and we'll tell people from time to time on social media, but you're also not the biggest social media fans. You don't live or die on the amount of likes that you get, and it seems to be a trend from what you guys tell us in interviews all the way through your stage performance and what we see online. You guys are very honest to...
Well, I appreciate that. Jesse loves the internet. Jesse from the internet.
I had not noticed that at all.
I do as much as I possibly can, but I really like a little bit of anonymity. I don't really want people to know when I'm leaving for tour so they can rob my house, or I don't know. Like, I have a home life that I like to keep separate from all that stuff. So I do as much as possible. But yes, the other guys kind of are very anti social media and stuff like that. Not because we don't want to tell you guys what is going on. It's just people like to have their own lives.
Oh, I mean, we I touched on it, not in interview, just outside of it with Adam. He's the complete opposite of Jesse. He likes being completely disassociated from everything, because then you're not...
Including sending emails to band members. God damn.
Inside scoop. Fuck.
Can you just answer one question? Yes or no? You want to do this or not?
Fantastic. That's brilliant.
There's a little dirt for you.
The funny thing is that's probably knowing what the rest of sort of organisations are like. That will be the tagline of this interview. You've heard it now. Adam D does not respond to band members. They're all really angry about it.
He doesn't respond to emails, period. Not just band members.
Anyone. But then again, you find that that's what makes sort of this sort of stuff tick. If you guys are all just
like, how the fuck can you run a business? This guy's a producer. He doesn't any. Anyways,
maybe it's just you guys. Like he responds
it's
to everybody else.
Just me. Everyone else gets it.
Fantastic. Well, in that case, I don't want to bug you too much about future plans because, as you say, you're at the end of a long run, having burnt out. I know that, again, you guys always put in 110% when you're out on the road. Otherwise, there's no point. Yeah. Well, there's no point being out on the road if you're not going to do that, you know? You've been very favourably talked about in our interviews by Cane Hill and Bullet.
Oh, right on.
They've loved spending time with you guys, which is lovely.
This is our first time meeting the Cane Hill dudes. They're very, very nice guys.
Very down to earth, yeah. They're probably high most of the time as well, by all accounts.
That's what I've heard.
Seen no evidence whatsoever. And just for those who are interested, we will be doing something after the interview with this gentleman, but we're going to do like separate things and because we've got a little something relating to you guys that we can't wait to show you. So
great. Okay.
I'm going to end the official interview here and say thank you very much for your time, sir.
Yeah,
do a little
handshake.
And
Appreciate it.
look forward to the show later.
You got it.